What caused a rabbi to prohibit going to the Western Wall on Shabbat? Would saving files on a computer be considered writing? And what's this have to do with the glasses of Rav Ovadia Yosef of blessed memory? All this and more coming up. Security cameras are everywhere. Outside stores, in malls, on the streets, Google cameras and even satellites capture our every move. We're being filmed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, including Shabbat. After security cameras were originally placed in Jerusalem's Old City, especially around the Western Wall, questions arose regarding the permissibility of walking the city streets or even praying at the Western Wall on Shabbat. One well-known rabbi initially ruled that one should avoid the Western Wall on Shabbat due to the cameras. But could that really be? This ruling sparked heated debates. After all, praying at the Western Wall on Shabbat is a powerful and unique experience. Some travel by foot long distances, regardless of weather, to pray by the wall on Shabbat. Could it really be problematic? Moreover, the implications of such a ruling would be that any closed-circuit cameras would be forbidden on Shabbat, severely limiting the ways observant soldiers and policemen could perform surveillance on Shabbat. It was clear the time had come to revisit the halachic and technical issues to find a means of dealing with these technologies. What might be the problem with surveillance cameras on Shabbat? Rabbi Rosen and the Tzomet Institute's team of engineers began analyzing the issues and found not just one, but numerous problems. Security systems are made of several components: cameras, sensors, and a computer. Operation of any component is halachically problematic. Firstly, some cameras have motion detectors. Others are homing cameras. Movement in front of the lens operates the camera. In simpler terms, passing in front of the camera closes an electric circuit, activating the camera. Secondly, since one of the prohibited Shabbat activities is writing, altering the images on the computer screen might be considered writing. Thirdly, perhaps even saving the surveillance footage on the hard drive might also be considered writing. The fourth issue is the human involvement factor. Security systems require human operators to monitor the cameras using a keyboard and a mouse, requiring prohibited uses of electricity. On the one hand, there's certainly a need for security systems on Shabbat. On the other hand, we need to find a way to maintain our Shabbat experience despite these security systems. Putting all our Shabbat security needs in the hands of Gentiles is not an option. So what do we do? Wait a minute, what do we do? These are vital security needs. Cameras must be permitted in life-saving situations like these, right? In short, yes. However, even when saving lives, we try to minimize Shabbat desecration as much as possible. So if security tasks can be performed while continuing to observe Shabbat, we'll make it happen. Just as we listed the issues one by one, we'll resolve them one by one. First, motion sensor and homing cameras were equipped with a special Shabbat mode mechanism, where the camera works continuously, not only homing in when necessary. Second, our approach to computer screens on Shabbat changed after a ruling by the late Rabbi Ovadia Yosef permitting wearing photo-gray eyeglass lenses, although they alter their color when moving from shade to light. Rabbi Rosen, Dean of Tzomet, applied the same logic to the pixels on a computer screen. Their change in color is just modulating the current of each pixel and is not defined as writing on Shabbat. This halachic analysis of computer screens enabled use of computer screens under certain conditions without the need for Shabbat modifications. Similarly, saving the surveillance footage on a hard disk isn't considered halachic writing, as the hard disk itself is unreadable, and writing is only prohibited when it can be read. As an added stringency, the system automatically erases all the data shortly after Shabbat ends, making all the writing temporary. If there's a need to save it for longer, the relevant files are copied and saved after Shabbat. For the personnel operating the system on Shabbat, Tzomet developed a special keyboard and mouse which use surface capacitive technology without closing circuits, so an observant guard can monitor security systems on Shabbat when necessary. To recap, we managed to find a way to maintain security while observing the Shabbat. It's okay to leave the house.